2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
The sprawling metropolis of Dallas, Texas is our setting. I love his honesty. All right, thank you, DA. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Portland. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And when you look at the Mavericks, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlooked them as a top team.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Smart, the guard. Jason Tatum is out there with Beasley, and it's Cantor in at the center. And for Dallas, Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Hardaway is out there with Jalen Brunson, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first, and good that time. And in constructing lineups, Chris, there's often the dilemma of choosing rim protection versus floor spacing. To you, what matters most?
Well, to me, what matters most is floor spacing. It doesn't. A defense is not overrated. I'm not saying that, but it doesn't matter if you have defense and you can't score. Scoring is just as important, and you have to put pressure on that defense by scoring. And even if you have a shot blocker, what if I have guys that like shoot it outside and don't come to the paint?
Right.
Well, then I've already taken that shot blocker out of the game. So it's all about offense, having a balanced offense, and then guys willing to listen, pay attention to the details, and be engaged on the defensive end.
Hardaway passes to Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
That'll be a 5-second call. Outside Tatum. It's good from long range.
This young man has worked on his form. Tatum was a decent outside shooter in college, but lethal here as a pro.
Now here's Porzingis. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And how about his defense? 4 blocks on the night. They couldn't keep him down.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
Yeah, Greg, and when he's this active early, it's a sign this could be one of those big games for him.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Passes it to Hardaway. Beasley against Doncic. That shot off.
And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
The Mavericks trailing. Here's Brunson. Beasley with the rebound. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. And Smart with the basket on the assist by Walker. And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics' values, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Fourier passes to Wanamaker. Charity stripe shot. It's rebounded by Dallas. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench did exactly what they needed to do. Without their production, who knows if they win that game?
Brown outside.
Out of Willard High School in Georgia, Jaylen Brown was ranked second in the class of 2015 after Ben Simmons. All the powerhouses came calling. He went the unexpected route, choosing UC Berkeley.
And Cal Berkeley, not the biggest basketball program in the country. So, Chris, what led Brown to go there?
Well, former NBA All-Star Sharif Abdur-Rahim, another Wheeler High alum, took the same path. Look, Kevin, both of them welcomed the intellectual challenge. Now, Sharif, not only could he hoop, but now he's the president of the G League. And Jaylen Brown, he's the vice president of the Players Union.
Wanamaker, good. And the nice assist for Williams.
You know, I think Williams has a terrific future. A charismatic, likable kid who can be unselfish to a fault.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Got that one up quick. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Lee. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the 76ers. Now here's Hayward. He's covered closely. Three-pointer. From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Celtics. They're up by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Setting the pace early, GA. I like this aggressive mind state. I love this approach so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Then it's Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1 spot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Bucket is good.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Wanamaker, guarded by Barea. It's stolen by Barea. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. That shot off the mark. And the Celtics going the other way now. And Justin Jackson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for Maxi Kleber. Now here's Beasley. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Doncic outside. Brokoff passes to Jackson. Dallas moving it around. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Smart goes in from deep. Walker. It's hauled in by Porzingis. The Mavericks shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively.
Yeah, and Brad Stevens, credited for the culture he's helped establish in Boston. But last season, though, that took a hit. Now we'll see how he responds to that adversity. It's going to be interesting to see.
Now Porzingis following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep. Pass to Brokoff. And here's Porzingis. Brokoff passes to Barea. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Barea. Barea's got 3 assists now in this one. Chris, Coach Stevens was candid after last season. He said he could have done a better job finding that fit and holding a standard for the team.
Well, you like seeing that. If a coach has to hold his players accountable, then he must first hold himself accountable. And the front office was quick to dismiss that notion, but not so many fans. There's no panic in Stevens, though. I like that. He's a steady hand through it all.
Brokoff passes to Doncic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 4-point Dallas lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Justin Jackson. Hardaway is subbed in for Ryan Brokoff. Hardaway against Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Floats one. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Cantor. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. The pass to Hardaway. Marjanovic with it. Dishes to Barea. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Celtics trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Tatum against Porzingis. Tatum's shot is off. Here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 14-6 run. Back to Barea. Pass to Porzingis. Beasley with the steal. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Walker finds Tatum. Left side Walker. And the bank shot is good.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision, looking only for his own shot. But he's more about team.
And Doncic, here we go. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
A shoot-first point guard who can fill it up in a hurry. That's Walker. And quite simply, he's one of the game's best scorers.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Curry, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. He seems to have carried the momentum from his last. And
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with.
Well, after his incredible 60-point game last year, every team should be scared of Mr. Kemba Walker. Now, we all know he can take over the game and put on an absolute show when his shot is falling.
Tatum passes to Smart. Back to Tatum. It's rebounded by Dallas. And Chris, with Walker, you saw it in that 60-point game he played. He can get to wherever he wants to on the floor.
Yeah, very slippery on offense and underrated as an elite ball handler. I mean, you have to love how crafty Walker is when he gets some space in the mid-range as well.
Cantor against Marjanovic. And that one drops for him. And it's 8 points for Kemba Walker.
So crafty. The 6'1" Walker is skilled at getting the space he needs.
Dallas moving the ball around. And Doncic, here we go.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Smart on the wing. Brunson covering. Smart dishes to Walker. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Walker's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Marjanovic. Yep, it counts.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Justin Jackson comes in for Luka Doncic. And Ryan Brokoff subbed in for Hardaway. And then for Boston, Hayward comes in for Michael Beasley. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Smart. We're talking about number one options at the offensive end. There's a mentality, right, that you've got to have as the teams go to score, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's look at Harden. He can go 0 for 7, and then he expects to go 27 for 27. How about Curry? Have you ever seen Thompson when they said, oh, my God, Klay Thompson is off. Last game, he only had 11 points. Well, when that happens, you can bet your last dollar that the next game, he's going to make every shot. And so what it is, again, a short memory. Whether you make a lot, so what? I'm going to do that again tonight. And if you missed a lot the previous night, so what? That wasn't this night. Let's get it right now.
And Walker kicks to Cantor. Hayward outside. Outside, Walker. No good on the triple.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Kleber. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Tatum with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And Justin Jackson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Justin Jackson. Lee comes in for Ryan Brokoff. And Curry subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Poirier shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw, no good. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Curry, drills the baseline jumper. Curry's got 6 points.
You have to love the versatility of Lee's game. Not only a superb scorer, but a skilled passer as well.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
And a quick check of the stats for Hayward. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Right around 21 points per, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. In third, the Mavericks.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all game long. So that's their edge. They're always looking to take advantage.
And that one misses. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my
They'll
God.
love it.
This
You
would
better
be
believe
great.
it.
Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans in. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And here's a look at some numbers for Tatum.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Fourier passes to Hayward. Walker with a clean look. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You look at Boston. Solid start to the season so far, sitting in 6th place.
And you know, for the Celtics, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Well, it's possible we haven't seen them at their best yet. They've shown they can play with any team in the league. Now they need to do it every night, not just some nights.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
Curry is inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Dallas shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And the first one drops. So both teams making some changes here. And so he makes both from the line. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. They trail by 14. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Beasley, and the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
Just 4 seconds left in the third. No good. And so it's Dallas, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Williams is out there with Beasley. And it's Smart in at the point. Sinks it after the cagey pump fake.
And I love Smart pressing his advantage on the interior.
Dallas leading by 12. And Doncic, here we go. Can't hit from in close.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Brown kicks to Beasley. Hayward on the wing. Takes the 3. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
I like that Hayward knows exactly what to do with the ball. I mean, he gets in good position and lets it fly.
Dallas calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Now, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Lee. And Barea subbed in for Curry. Then for the Celtics, Cantor checked in for Robert Williams. And it's Tatum in for Gordon Hayward. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Dallas leading by 9. Doncic with it. Cantor covering. That one falls.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Smart passes to Cantor. Smart against Barea. Down kicks to Tatum. No good with the triple.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Now here's Beasley. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame. A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
And Hardaway comes to help. Smart, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Doncic, no good. Celtics trail by 13. Here's Smart. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Porzingis. And it's now 22 points for Luka Doncic. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 15. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Inside, Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up to score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Now here's Smart. Brunson covering. Smart misses. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Mavericks.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Here's Smart. The kick out to Tatum. And here's Walker outside. Drops in the tray.
When his three-point shooting improved a few years ago, Walker's career, that's when his game went to a whole new level.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Clearly a foul.
No good on the free throw. No good on the second free throw. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Here's Wanamaker. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well.